In a lot of ways, BNB is actually a fairly underrated token. It's one of the most successful ICOs of all time. It's done a 4,371x since 2017. People tend to forget about how much it's gone up over these last few years. And in addition to that, it also provides one of the lowest risk return ratios in crypto. It's not a project that's gotten a ton of attention, but we want to refocus on BNB. We want to look particularly at how many BNB it's going to take to become a millionaire at the height of the 2025 crypto bull run. If you haven't seen some of the recent videos in this series, be sure to check them out. I will link to them in the description below. But for the time being, let's crunch some numbers and look at BNB specifically. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest, BNB or otherwise. I wish you very, very well, genuinely. Just remember that I'm not a financial or investment advisor, which means by extension that this video, of course, is not official financial or investment advice. If we look here at BNB's year-to-date performance, we can actually see a modest downward trend from about $700, just over $700 in very early January to its current price as I record of $653. Again, that's year to date, these last few months. So we're talking down about 8.5% in that time frame. But of course, if we zoom out and consider the longer term, it's very bullish in terms of the way it looks from the low 200s in October 2023 to its price now, 18 months later. We're talking about a 3x. And after hitting an all-time high of $788 in December, BNB is down from that mark, down about 16%. But markets have been chaotic and volatile during that time, pretty much all of 2025 so far. And of course, that has affected BNB. You may have seen recently that Coinbase joined the S&P 500 in the United States. That is a big, big deal. And as you probably know, Coinbase has the base L2, but they don't have a token. What does this have to do with BNB? Okay, you know that BNB is owned by and backed by the influence of Binance. Of course, that's no secret. They're the only exchange in the world that's bigger than Coinbase. And by the way, OKX and Bybit are a close third and fourth, respectively. Base is driving value for Coinbase and vice versa. And of course, Binance is driving value for BNB because BNB adds value for Binance. And so the argument goes that as Coinbase's influence continues to grow, it's very likely that this is a path that will also unfold for Binance and for BNB as well. It's just logical. Let's take a deeper dive into the charts here. We're looking at the last 12 months of performance. Like I said, BNB hit an all-time high in December of $788. From January and February, we've had weaker resistance points, $720 and $700 even. On the support side, the first major support point is $499. From there, the next major point of support is all the way down at $195. From there, we're getting down to kind of 2021 levels of support, which I don't think we'll ever see again. But, you know, you can never make these broad generalizations in crypto. You never know. I will explain why that is my opinion, however. The explanation in a nutshell is the burn program as to why I have so much confidence in the price of BNB. And it's not so much a blind faith. It's just kind of mathematics, honestly, because what the charts don't say is actually how aggressive BNB's burn program is and how that affects the price and future prospects of the project and the token. Binance's own stated goal many times over the years is to get the total supply down from 200 million to 100 million through token burns. So that's 50% of their supply. This program includes burning 20% of Binance's profits, and it burns on every transaction. The scheduled burn takes place every quarter. The most recent burn was for over 1.6 million BNB at a value of more than $700 million at that time. Basically, Binance wants BNB to go deflationary. And at this point, things are going pretty well. It's well on its way to that status. They're getting closer and closer to that stated goal of 100 million tokens. The current circulating supply and total supply is 145.8 million. So, how many tokens is it going to take to become a BNB millionaire at the height of this crypto bull cycle? The current market cap as a result of the burn program that we just discussed is about $95 billion. That is based on a price of $600 and let's call it $53 even and a supply of 145 million. But if the value stays the same while the supply goes down to 100 million, well, then the price on the token has just gone up to about $950, or almost a 50% return, with no real growth in terms of project growth. It's just a function of tokenomics, right? So that's a factor here in our calculations, as we do expect Binance to hit that stated goal of 100 million in terms of a total token supply. So with that in mind, let's first consider the current price, again, $653. If we divide our goal here, which is to have $1 million, by that token price, dividing $1 million by 653, you could see here that we would need 1,531.4, let's call it BNB tokens, at today's price to be a crypto millionaire. But that's today's price. If we consider the current pace of the token burn and we extrapolate, it'll probably take 5 to 7 years of quarterly burns to get to that figure of 100 million total token supply. So again, keep that in mind. Now, BNB has not yet hit $1,000. Its previous all-time high was $788. But $1,000 is realistic, and that would represent about a 50% ROI from where we are right now. Unfortunately, the math here is very, very simple. If we divide $1 million by a $1,000 token price, we'd need 1,000 of those tokens to be millionaires. Very basic math here. And acquiring them at today's price of $653, just doing the math, that would cost us $653,000 to acquire them today. A lot of money. But let's consider some of the more optimistic scenarios right now and consider a 5x on the current price of BNB. That would bring us to about $3,300 per token. Dividing $1 million by the price of a single token, $3,300, means we'd need 303 of such tokens to be a millionaire. And if we were to acquire them today, again at a price of $653, that would cost us just under $198,000. That's the acquisition price getting those today. Now, it's kind of rare for us to talk about a 10x as a possibility or an eventuality, especially for coins in the top 10, like BNB. It's currently in the top 5 by market cap. But a 10x would still bring us to under $1 trillion in total value. Again, right now we're at 95 or so billion. So a 10x from here would bring us to about $6,500 per BNB. Let's consider that math. So dividing $1 million by 6,500, we would need 153.84 tokens to be a crypto millionaire. And then again, to acquire those tokens today at a cost of 653 per BNB, that would cost us just over $100,000 today, the present day. Now, personally, I think it's going to take a couple more cycles for BNB's market value to get that high. But on the positive side, there's a very strong chance that the supply by that time will go down all the way to $100 million. Again, that is their publicly stated goal. No matter how you look at it, with Binance's backing and its aggressive burn program, BNB really is one of the lowest risk investments in the industry. Even if it doesn't do a 10x right away, even if it doesn't do a 5x this cycle, this is about as blue chip as you can get in crypto. And if you're a user of Binance, if you appreciate their platform, if you believe in the exchange, then BNB really is a no-brainer.